Greetings, fellow members of Trinity. The last year has been quite a challenge for all of us. COVID has brought forth a tragedy. It's brought forth challenges, as I mentioned, and opportunities for us at Trinity that we would not have most likely utilized in the past. It's come to my attention that there's been some confusion or question about how decisions were made regarding when we would have church, the registration process, how we handle COVID, and even how we provide social distancing within the sanctuary. Those are all really good and valid questions, so I'd like to address those. In the early stages of COVID, a decision was made by the elders and the pastors that we really needed to look at protecting all of you as members of Trinity. At that point, with grave concern about how COVID might spread and very unsure about how we could get COVID. Would it be by things that we touch? Would it be just through the air? How close do we have to be with people? A decision was made to close church and to stream it live. That worked until the time that we felt that we could safely begin reopening, with a goal all along to, first of all, keep our church open, but also protect all of us as members of Trinity. So to that end, the elders and pastors met and came up with plans that were discussed, reviewed, and approved by the elders as we went about the next several months of 2020 and 21. And through that process, there's been really good discussion about when we should open, when should we cancel and stop registration, and what should we do. And through that collaborative process between the pastors, the elders, and myself, we've made decisions that we think are really, again, for the best of the congregation. They are not decisions that we took lightly, and quite frankly, none of us liked any of the decisions we've had to make around COVID. But we've been concerned about all of you as members of Trinity, and we feel that together we've made those decisions for the good of the congregation. We look forward to the future. I believe there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and that we can see now more people are getting access to vaccines. The numbers seem to be more on a positive side in terms of health. We're seeing less issues with COVID, at least we hope. So the elders again are discussing how we continue to make changes in our congregation with all of the positive things that are happening. The elders' most recent meeting on March 18th, there was a continued discussion about changes that we might be able to make here at Trinity. As a result of those good discussions, the elders voted on a couple things. The first of which was to do away with registration requirements for the 8 a.m. Sunday service. As you may be aware, the 10:30 a.m. Sunday service and the 5 p.m. Saturday night services have not required registration for a few weeks. So that will be the first change. No longer registration beginning with the first Sunday in April. In addition to that, we will reduce the amount of social distancing required in the sanctuary, allowing more people to attend church. What will be happening is instead of having 2 empty pews, there will only be 1. So you'll have 1 pew with people in it, 1 empty pew, and then the next pew will have folks in it again, the church. The elders felt very confident that given where the numbers are at today with COVID, that we could safely do that, again with our continued goal here to provide a safe environment for people to come to worship and also to be open so that people can come to worship. For Easter this year, we will still require that people register. And the reason for that is that we hope that we'll have large crowds at Easter. And with extended families potentially being in Algona during the Easter holiday, we really want to have the ability to get all those people into a row or to be around each other. That allows more people in the sanctuary, more people to attend Easter service. We appreciate all of the patience and understanding that you've had during this very difficult year. And I want you to know that the elders, the church council, and the pastors, most definitely, have really been concerned about your health and, of course, about making sure that we're still a place that people want to be at and come to. So with all of that said, we look forward to the future here. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and we think that very soon things will continue to open up, and we'll be able to get back together and have great fellowship in the near future. Thank you, and God be with you.